the Puddle Pirates. As a subordinate crew to the Red Hair Pirates, the Puddle Pirates rely on Shanks and his crew for strength, since most of his fleet are people he offers protection to. Also, since they made their debut briefly and quite recently, not much is known about them beyond the fact that their captain's name is Garotini. 67th place. The Social Club. This is another subordinate crew of Red Hair Pirates, and we've seen them briefly partying with the crew. The captain and only known member is Bandmaster Fugar, and that's pretty much all we know about them. 64th place. The Night Butterfly Pirates. This is yet another crew that fights under Shanks' banner. They are led by Captain Lunaria. 65th place. The Borduas Pirates. They are the last known crew of Shanks' fleet and are supposedly led by royalty, with their captain, Pururuias, being referred to as Princess. 66th place. Only 9 crews are left to cover, and the next one is perhaps the weirdest crew in the entire show. The Space Pirates. Once Enel finally realized his goal and went to the moon, there he found a civilization of robots and a ship belonging to the Space Pirates. Captained by a fox-like being named Seamars, these pirates go around mining celestial bodies. Seamars tried attacking Enel, but failed, since physical non-hockey attacks don't work on a Logiel user. The crew had several members, but none of them had been named. Enraged by what they did to his precious supposed homeland, Enel wreaked havoc on the crew and destroyed their ship. It is currently unclear whether any of the Space Pirates survived the onslaught. I have no idea how to rank these guys, but the fact is that they don't know hockey, which puts them pretty low on the list. 57th place. The Yes Pirates. The Yes Pirates, led by Billy the Orca Killer, were a weak crew of 3 people from the East Blue. Unfortunately, they never got the chance to enter the Grand Line because they crossed paths with Captain Smoker. They were promptly arrested after that encounter. 77th place. The Blue Jam Pirates. Around 12 years before the main story, the Blue Jam Pirates were a small-time crew in the Goa Kingdom who involved themselves with petty crime and operated under their captain, Blue Jam. Their base of operations was on Dawn Island at the Great Terminal, and their ship was called the Blood Batako. There weren't a lot of people on the crew, and most of them were pretty weak as well. They crossed paths with Luffy, Sabo, and Ace when the trio were children, and were swiftly defeated soon after. 69th place. The Krieg Pirates. Once feared all across the East Blue, Don Krieg's armada was a force to be reckoned with. The Krieg Pirates had a fleet of around 50 ships, with 5,000 members at their peak. After their humiliating defeat on the Grand Line, their numbers dwindled down to just 1 flagship and only 100 men. Their massive flagship was called the Dreadnought Saber. After invading Baratie, the Krieg Pirates lost to the Straw Hat crew and effectively retreated soon after. Some prominent members of the crew were the Captain Don Krieg, Jin, and Pearl. They were last seen listening to Vegapunk's broadcast on Hachinosu during the Egghead arc, and have seemingly been assimilated under Blackbeard's banner. Impressive numbers, but pretty pathetic. 51st place. The Alvida Pirates. The Alvida Pirates are the first crew we see in the story, and quite possibly one of the weakest. They were relatively unknown in the East Blue before they formed an alliance with the Buggy Pirates to get rid of Straw Hat Luffy. They were led by Iron Mace Alvida and later became a part of Buggy's delivery service and Cross Guild. Surprisingly enough, they did have an island under their domain, Goat Island, and Alvida even had a bounty of 5 million berries. Their main ship, the Miss Love Duck, was a fairly small vessel, akin to the size of her crew. After teaming up with Buggy, none of Alvida's crewmates were seen anywhere with her, so she probably ditched them for new subordinates. 76th place. The Beast Pirates. The captain of Beast Pirates is Kaido, and his goal is very simple: create the strongest possible crew and try to achieve world domination. Since he's gone uncontested for most of his reign, Kaido led a network of criminal organizations across the entire world and even manufactured weapons to promote war. With an unquenchable thirst to recruit the strongest, Kaido formed a super group of individuals that made his pirate crew one of the strongest in the world. Since no one in the entire world could stop him, Kaido thought that he was invincible, and even believed that he was a famous figure, Joy Boy, he heard about in the legends. Under his leadership, the crew quickly rose to notoriety and were feared by the world government, which eventually got them emperor status. Almost all of the members of the Beast Pirates are Devil Fruit users, with the highest ranking officers all consisting of exclusively ancient zone types. Kaido himself is the commander-in-chief, and under him are his 3 executive officers, the All-Stars, King, Queen, and Jack. Then there's the Flying Six, the headliners below them, and finally the Pleasures, Waiters, Numbers, Samurais, and Ninjas at the bottom of the hierarchy. Yeah, as you can tell, it was a pretty massive crew, consisting of nearly 20,000 members. However, following their defeat at the hands of the Straw Hat Pirates, the crew is seemingly disbanded now, with their captain's status unknown. Although he wasn't Joy Boy, Kaido did build an exceptional crew. 5th place, the Sasaki Pirates. Before joining the ranks of the Beast Pirates, Sasaki was a proud pirate who led his own crew called the Sasaki Pirates. There isn't much known about this crew and whether they did anything important or not, but since they were integrated into the Beast Pirates, we can assume that they were pretty powerful. 28th place, the Who's Who Pirates. After Who's Who was dishonorably discharged from the Marines, he decided to start his own pirate crew after escaping the prison. They were eventually assimilated into Beast Pirates, and it's assumed that all of his subordinates within the Beast Pirates are his former crewmates. 29th place, the Rocks Pirates. Probably the most mysterious pirate crew in the show, the Rocks Pirates were a ragtag band of misfits that barely stuck together as a crew. It is believed that the only thing that kept this crew functioning was their captain, Rox G. Zebek, and his overwhelming strength. The exact number of people on the crew hasn't been disclosed yet, but we know that there were at least 8 members, most notably the 3 former emperors, Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard. Together, the crew aspired to help Rox take over the world, and their base of operations was the pirate island Hachinosu. The threat this crew posed to the world government was so great that they actually agreed to team up with the Pirate King, Goldie Roger, in order to take them down. This eventually led to the God Valley incident, where Garp and Roger fought side by side, and finally brought this legendary crew to their knees. If it takes these 2 guys to bring a crew down, then that crew deserves the 1st place.